Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. I'm currently trying to build this pathway up to the top of the hill because I have a build that I want to put up there, and I need a pathway to get up there. I have a pretty cool looking build that I want to put up here, and yeah, the only unfortunate part is that like some of this stuff is moss, so I have to kind of like break it and then put dirt down before I make pathways. In between episodes, I kind of worked on this area a little bit. I just put in one wheat field right here, and then I put in two more of the like sheep farm buildings, and then I finally put in these trees surrounding here. All right, this is a lot better. I got a nice little pathway all through these trees right here, and it goes all the way up to the top there. This building is slightly bigger, but it's not too big, and it doesn't require any materials that I think that I don't already have. It's mostly brown, but I'm gonna go gather up just a few of those materials, and then we can begin building. Man, this thing is really nice. I like this a lot. I really liked how it turned out. Let me take a look from further away. From here, that's really cool where it's just like kind of peeking out. Oh man. And I kind of want to see how it looks through between these trees here. Oh man, that looks really cool. Like you kind of like walk through these trees and you kind of start to see it right there. Oh, that's really cool. I like that a lot. The inside is completely empty. I did bring these beams down because this is cool, but yeah, it's pretty empty. I don't really know what I'm gonna put in here, but I think I will put something in here and it might be nice. So I feel like I don't often show this as much as I maybe should, but here's how like the build process went for me. This is the first step. This is what I started with, and I really was not liking this. I kind of like it, I don't know, it's just something about it. I didn't like it at all, and then I started looking at some reference photos, and I decided I was going to try something else with like the circular thing. So then I moved on to this, and I really like how this turned out. So this is kind of like, this was my first attempt, and it looked kind of bad. And I could tell if I continued with this, I wouldn't like the end result. Then I moved on to this, and I really like how the shape turned out, and I just wanted to include that with like some rectangles. So I kind of put it on like the corner right here of a rectangle, and then I tried to do some sort of like stick out part where there was like a rectangle and then a rectangle, I guess. And then I didn't really like this section, and I was just like, ugh. So I restarted again. This is where I started here. I put this right in the center of a rectangle. So this is where I wanted it. I wanted it centered. I didn't want it in the corner. And then I wanted a bottom section that was a different angle than the top section. So I just put one block at a time going up this way, and I put 2 blocks at a time going up here. And then I put a 5 block gap in between these pillars because 5 blocks is really nice usually for the kind of thing. And there's kind of a large jump between here and here, but let me show you what I did. I filled in this section. I just took stairs and I filled them in across, and I took I just literally just filled in this section here, and then I copied this corner, and I pasted it on this corner. That's all. I just like flipped it. So it's just the one corner, and then I flipped it to the other corner. So it's like 3 sections, I guess. So the corner, a middle section, and then another corner. So then I returned to like bringing this jut out, like that I remember I started with, and I was like, okay, I want that. So I put it here. Then I put this little window thing up there. And this tower, I actually stole from the very first time that I built it. So, I mean, even though this wasn't like good, I still kind of kept it, and I just moved on. And I ended up using something from it. So I guess don't be afraid to move on, but maybe just keep the other stuff around in case you want to use it. At this point is where I got most of the shape done. I was actually really happy with the shape and how this looked so far. I ended up just thinking, I was like, oh, I could do a smaller thing. So I ended up extending this little like tower jut out to be even skinnier. And then that way it kind of even goes further up, I guess. And I added another little jut out here, another little rectangle. So at this point, I was fully done. This point, I'm fully happy with the shape. I also put another window back here. I kept this side is pretty bland, I guess, but I'm actually okay with that. And then I moved on to texturing. This part I wasn't exactly sure how to show. I just laid out like a bunch of brown blocks. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to use, but I just started laying stuff out on the ground. And then I ended up going with, I really liked these black terracotta right here. I don't know. That's literally, I think that was the first block I chose. I really liked it because I wanted it to be dark. I wanted it to be a dark brown. And then I used the note block as a trim above all of the fences. And so that was another decision. And then I just started kind of, I guess, filling in blocks. I used logs for the roof, and then like this is supposed to be like dirt or grime in the corners and stuff like that. And then same thing here, more dirt, and then like a little bit lighter brown for the for the walls. I think overall, like, it looks really good. And, you know, just so you know, I didn't do all of the build. Like, so sometimes I do all of the build, sometimes I don't. But like, I literally just did like the front half so that I could get an idea of exactly what I was going to do. I even did include this green part. But yeah, so that's the process of how I got to this point. And here I'm thinking like this build isn't finished. This is I don't know what stage you would call it, but maybe like stage 3, and I need to do stage 4, which is detail. Right now it's kind of just sitting there. It's kind of like by itself, and it doesn't really fit into anywhere. There's nothing surrounding it, and that could be trees, foliage, like any sort of other stuff that I'm gonna see of what I can do. And this part is like kind of like really, I think, trial and error, and survival kind of helps sometimes, survival doesn't. I don't know. It's just kind of like sometimes you just try stuff and put stuff around it, like trees and maybe like carts and whatever you think applies to the build, and then it'll really set it in. I really like that. So I'm going to attempt to detail this and see if it looks any better, but you know, you let me know whether this stage is better or whatever I'm about to do. Are you ready? Ta-da! I'm just kidding. You can't even see anything. But let's look at this on the walk up. I added a little snow and I put trees around it, so that really, like, I feel like adds to it. But this isn't like anything crazy, but it just should add to like around the building so that like that way it doesn't feel so out of place. There's also something cool back here that I put in here. I decided I want to go with a graveyard, and this is really cool. I really like what I did with this area right here. This is really nice. It's like just kind of a rundown graveyard because I figured this is supposed to be a church, like, so why not have a graveyard back here? So here it is from over here, and honestly, it really, really looks a lot better. It really looks like it's set into place, like there's things around it, it belongs there. And obviously, whenever we do more builds, we just have to kind of keep that flow going around. But yeah, I'm going to put up a before and after, and you let me know if this is better or not. I think it is. I randomly decided to put birds over by the orca, and they really fit. I was just in like the detailing mindset and just decided to put birds over there, and I really like how they turned out. Anyway, I also got rid of the one like random ice glacier thing that was over here. I feel like it was just kind of randomly there and out of place, so I just kind of mined it all up. I think that's gonna have to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like it, subscribe and like the video. Also, let me know what you think. Like, comment down below if you have ideas or what you thought. I would love the feedback. I love feedback. It's great. Until the next time, stay spicy.